A lot of the time, life doesn't comply with our expectations. We find ourselves in situations which are a little more difficult than we expected. How can we learn to be comfortable in that? Let's begin.
This is a beautiful thought.
Welcome, beautiful thinkers. So today I'd like to talk about finding comfort in the uncomfortable. So many times I'm going to yoga and I'll be perhaps in some new posture that I've never tried before, or I'm doing some stretch, trying to keep my legs straight and bend it back from the hip towards my face or something like that. And my instructor, Luis, will say to me, find comfort, find the position, find the posture. And it's not so easy to do to begin with, but sometimes I can find that level of comfort, especially breathing, focusing on the breath and focusing on that body part. I suspect that what's actually going on physically is that the breath and the focus is somehow directing blood and oxygen to that body part, and it helps us feel a little more comfortable in that position because it's actually healing. You're inducing a type of stress by doing this stretch, and then you're bringing in this energy, this blood, this oxygen, and also on a spiritual, soulful level, bringing in the prana or the chi, the life energy into your body so you can feel more comfortable, so you can repair what needs to be extended and move into greater depths of vitality. I notice this too when I'm in the gym. Today, I did a new max on bench press, lifting 125 pounds over my chest. And at the time, we had Akira the Dawn playing this meaning wave, playing this Alan Watts type guided meditation. And he's saying everything is relaxing and just notice the sounds around you and this kind of thing. So I'm trying to be just as I am in the yoga studio, trying to maintain strength and relaxation at once, trying to have all of my body that needs to be exerting effort, pushing itself to the limit, whereas the rest of my body completely relaxed. Yin and yang together at once. But that's the kind of integral control that a person could get by practicing yoga and other physical exercises. It's pretty interesting. We don't even necessarily think about that. I didn't think about that for the first few months in the gym, but now it makes more and more sense. Trying to be relaxed at the same time exerting all the effort. It kind of reminds me of that old teaching, which maybe dates back to before the Bhagavad Gita, before the Vedas, where it's like a person is intensely focused on their goal, directing all of their energy, all of their efforts towards this goal, single-minded focus, and at once they have no attachment to it. They're ready to do everything they can to achieve it. And if it doesn't happen, they will not be disappointed or discouraged. Just like in the book, The Hustler, Walter Tevis describes Minnesota Fats' character. So there's almost Zen quality to these characters that Walter Tevis describes. Tevis having a lot of experience in the pool hall, playing pool, practicing shots over and over again, sometimes racking up the same shot and practicing it hundreds of times. And maybe you make the shot. Maybe you make the shot 1 in 100 times. Every time, relax, take a deep breath, reconsider, what the move was, what your action was, and what the result was, and how that might bring you further towards your goal. Of course, a lot of people would be uncomfortable, failing. We call it failing. It's not really failing. It's merely a part of the process, merely a step in the path. But many people would be uncomfortable, failing over and over, not getting the ball in the pocket over and over, tens of times, scores of times, hundreds of times. But we keep going, comfortable in that moment, without frustration, without necessity of frustration, comfortable in the uncomfortable. And in our lives, things get strange. Emotions surge, difficult situations that we could not have predicted because we weren't at that level of consciousness. And now we move through them, breathe through them with all comfort, comfortable in the uncomfortable. Thanks for listening and have a wonderful day.
A beautiful thought.
Thanks for joining me. Feel free to download all of the previous episodes and listen to them over the course of the next month, taking lively pauses in between to integrate the lessons, and check out the website beautifulpodcast.com. Adios.